Today begins 3 days of mourning the passing of Dame Minita Gordon, Belize's first Governor General. This morning, a request was made for all flags across the country to be flown at half-mast in her honor. Shortly before 2 o'clock this afternoon, the body of the former GG, dressed in the Belizean standard, arrived at the Phillip Goldson International Airport, where it was met by members of the Belize Defense Force. Her body was then received by the government of Belize, witnessed by Sir Colville Young, Governor General of Belize, Prime Minister John Briceño, Opposition Leader Patrick Faber, and Senator Elena Smith. Flanked by an aide-de-camp, Kelora Franklin, the only surviving sibling of Dr. Gordon, spoke of her sister's legacy as the first woman to be appointed titular head of state of the Commonwealth.
She was a dear, loving, caring person, and she would give comfort to people who were in trouble and people who were having a hard time financially. They would come to her and she would help out. She wasn't a rich lady, but she didn't mind sharing what she had with Belize. She loved Belize dearly. And even during the 4 years of her illness, when she was with me in Los Angeles, I would hear her praying for the children of Belize and praying for Belize. And I thought, remarkable. As I grew up with her, Belize was always in the center of her heart.
Dame Minita Gordon passed away in Inglewood, California on New Year's Day at the age of 90. The arrival of her body in Belize is the first of a series of events that will culminate with the interment of her body at the Lordridge Cemetery during a state funeral. In reflecting on her sister's life, Franklin, the chief mourner, recalled Dr. Gordon's altruism.
She worked very hard. In Girl Guides, she worked hard to raise funds for the Girl Guides. I remember I was probably in elementary school at the time, and the Girl Guides needed to raise funds for some occasion, and she went and bought all the items necessary, and she came home and she made the fudge and she sold them, and then she was able to turn over that money to help the Girl Guides.
On Tuesday, there will be a cortege, followed by the lying in state of Dr. Dame Minita Gordon, where her body will be viewed in the former state dining room of the government house. As a result of the pandemic, the viewing will not on Wednesday. A state funeral, only the third of its kind in Belize's history, will be held as an official farewell.
The state funeral for Dame Minita will start at the base of the swing bridge at 9:15, and then at 9:30, we are asking all churches to toll their bells countrywide. At 10 o'clock, we have the arrival at the Cathedral Church of St. John the Baptist. The Governor General, the Prime Minister, the Leader of the Opposition, the Mayor of Belize City will all be there for what will be a ecumenical service to be celebrated by Bishop Philip Wright. We are inviting, in addition to the usual officials, we are asking, because Dame Minita was so involved with the Girl Guide Association, we are inviting the Commissioner of the Girl Guides Association as a special guest at the state funeral.
The impetus behind Dame Minita Gordon's many achievements was her mother. The matriarch of the family, according to her younger sibling, saw to it that education was front and center in their pursuit.
Our mother instilled in all of us excellence, reach your potential. Education was a very big thing with our mother, and she always taught us to strive to do our best in whatever we did.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.